Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Myself Dr. Sumeet Patil, and I make videos upon English literature. And up till now I have made and posted several videos on my YouTube channel, which you can go and check out on YouTube channel. Today I would be talking about John Osborne's a very famous play written in the year 1955, and it was premiered in 1956 and then published into the next year 1957. And now here John Osborne, he is telling in Look Back in Anger the life of common people, or rather than common people, middle class family people or middle class life in Britain and the post World War second, its causes and consequences, wherein how a middle class people, wherein there are two major characters, that is Jimmy Potter and Alison. These are the two central characters in the play by John Osborne, entitled as Look Back in Anger. And his friend Cliff is also one of the most prominent person in this play. And apart from that, there is another character, Helena, who is a close friend of Alison, Jimmy's wife. Now, if I talk about how the play starts or how the drama starts, John Osborne's Look Back in Anger, it starts on a Sunday, on the day that is Sunday, wherein Jimmy and Cliff, they are reading newspaper, and on the other hand, his wife Alison, she is ironing the clothes, and these two people, that is Jimmy and his friend Cliff, they are doing some kind of mischief. And now you should remember one point here, that there is class struggle which is significantly portrayed by John Osborne in his play, wherein his wife Alison Potter, she comes from a upper middle class family, and Jimmy Potter, he is from the middle class family, wherein he is educated from he is well educated, he has a university degree, but although even though he doesn't have a good job, and there are so many things behind that, and because of this reason he is frustrated, and he has that kind of mood wherein it changes constantly, and there are clashes between himself as well as with his wife, that is Helena. And when the act 1 it starts, he is angry with his wife. Now, why he is angry with his wife? Because he thinks that we as middle class people, they have to work hard in order to earn bread and butter, and on the other hand, the upper class people, they don't have to work hard, and they don't have emotions also. And in this act only, Cliff, what is happening, as I told you, that Jimmy and Cliff, they are reading the newspaper, and due to something, they fell on Alison's iron board, and then Alison's hand is slightly burned. And then what happens is, in a furious way or in anger, Jimmy goes out of the house, and Alison and Cliff is helping, or he is trying to help Alison with the I should say first aid kit, and they both talk that the different things which are going on between Jimmy and Alison to Cliff. And Alison tells to Cliff that I am going to be a mother of Jimmy's child, and they both talk about this thing. And when they both are talking about this thing, and they are having a close time, at this point of time Jimmy enters into the room, and then Jimmy sees that they both are talking to each other, and they are having the time together. And this thing, if you see, it is not quite good to if we look it into a traditional way, but as this setting is non-traditional, so John Osborne, he is highlighting that how they both, as well as his friend, are living in one room. And then what happens is, after this, Cliff goes out to buy cigarette, and then they both, that is Jimmy and Alison, they are talking to each other. And then when Cliff goes out to buy the cigarettes, he learns that Alison's friend, that is Helena, she is about to meet, or she is about to have a talk with Alison. And then here the act 1 ends, and when the act 2 starts, Helena comes to stay with Alison. That is now, who is Helena? Helena is an actress, middle class, upper middle class. She also belongs from the upper middle class. And when Helena comes to stay with Jimmy Potter, Cliff, and Alison, there is some or the other kind of problem which is going on with Jimmy. And Jimmy, he has a rough time or a very hard time living with Alison as well as Helena, and he thinks that Helena will take Alison from myself or from this home, and somewhere they will go back. And then what happens here is Helena she conveys the problem of Jimmy and the relation between Jimmy and Alison to her father. That is, he was working as a colonel in the British Army, and he was posted in India. And when these things which are going on between Jimmy and Alison, Alison's father learns, he immediately comes to Alison and he picks her, and they both go home. And here one thing you should note, that Alison, when she went to her father's house, Helena was staying with Jimmy as well as with Cliff. And here the play, the second act ends. And when the third act starts, the setting here is once again it is the act 1 which is repeated, but only the character of Alison is replaced by Helena. And now these two people, that is Jimmy and Cliff, they are having they are reading the newspaper, and Helena, she is ironing the clothes. And then there is something which happens to Cliff's shirt, and he goes to wash that shirt. And then in the meanwhile, what has happened is they both are talking, Jimmy and Helena, about the relation which they are sharing. Now Helena is in love with Jimmy, and Jimmy is also having some kind of affection towards Helena. But what is happening here is, when they both are talking, in the meantime, and this act, you should remember that it is several months after the time when Alison went to her father's home, and then once again she comes back to this place where Cliff. Now one more important point here is, Cliff is having or he is telling to Jimmy that now I am going to stay away, or he is going to live apart or somewhere else. And then here Jimmy says that it is better to have a male friendship than the female friendship. These are several things which Jimmy is having in his own mind. And when the second act ended, or it came to an end, at that point of time, Jimmy was about to tell Alison that we have to go and visit Hugh's mother, who is not well and she is about to die, but she refuses and she goes to church with Helena. And then coming back to the act 3, what is happening here is, these three people are living here, and when Alison enters, she looks at Jimmy and Helena, and she thinks that they both are in love, but it is not the actual thing. Helena tells that I am so sorry, Alison, that I had some work or something. That is the basic reason she was living with Jimmy Potter. And then Helena moves from that apartment or from that place. And one more important point you must remember here is, Hugh and his mother, they have helped Jimmy to start a small sweet shop or a candy shop, where Jimmy Potter is selling the sweets and he is earning his bread and butter. And that is the basic reason Jimmy was telling to Alison that we should go and meet Hugh's mother in the hospital, but eventually it didn't happen. And coming to the concluding part, or the act 3, when it is about to end, Helena leaves the apartment and Alison once again comes to Jimmy Potter, and she is telling that, as you have told me that the pain or the problems which middle class people face, I have undergone those problems. That is, she unveils that she had a baby which passed away or which died at the time of its birth, and the pain which she has gone through is unbearable, or which cannot be made out, or which cannot be I should say which cannot be impressed or explained in any words. So with this, she falls down on she kneels down, and she begs to Jimmy that I will live with you rather than living alone or somewhere else. And then they both together play once again the kind of game which is an imaginary game, I guess, the bear and squirrels. And here the play ends, that is John Osborne's look back in anger. And what kind of anger is portrayed in this play? That is, Jimmy Potter is angry on the society or towards his wife, because she comes from an upper class family and he is from the middle class family or lower middle class family, and there are class struggles which is going on in Britain after the post-World War, Second World War, and this setting is after the 1950s. So I guess I have made the point clear, that is what are the several things which John Osborne is about, he has highlighted in his play Look Back in Anger. And it is also the real life story of John Osborne with his counterpart, or with his life which he passed with Pamela Lane, his wife. So with this I conclude this video, and I hope you all have liked what all things I have described in John Osborne's Look Back in Anger. I urge you all that please share this video as much as possible, because it takes lots of effort and lots of research to speak and to highlight the main things of any part of my videos. It takes lot of research, immense different kinds of things. So I urge you all, please share this video as much as possible with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the red button there, and press the notification bell icon so that you can get the notification of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much. Take care.